All right, hi, I'm Hillary and we're here at WA Pilates, and this is Val who teaches here as well. And we're actually going through a series. There's 3 that will be coming out on this, and I got an email from a lovely girl who is going through a teacher training, not here, somewhere else. I don't know what state actually. Anyway, she's having trouble with certain exercises, and it has to do with shoulder stability, and it has to do with strength, and it has to do with range of motion. So we're going to go through them, and the first ones we're going to hit. So she's struggling with long back stretch on the reformer. No, yeah, we'll hit that one. The leg pull back, which is our leg pull. Reverse swan, balance control, the back on the reformer. So we're not going to do all of them, but we're going to hit a few, and then we're going to kind of break down what you can do to maybe help connect better in those issues with these exercises. So the first one we'll do is the mat pull back here, or the leg pull. It's Saturday and it's been a really long week. Okay, so what I want you to think about with this one, because again, this is a huge mobility for the shoulders. I'm going to get on the other side of you. It's also strength, and it's also a little wristy. So we're lucky because we have these raised mats, but if you didn't, that's again going to be a little more wristy. So what I want you to think about, and you can do the same thing on the reformer with the control back, because if you think the foot bar is here, and our hands are on our shoulder rests, that's where we're going to push. So we're going to push into our arms, and we're going to push into our legs. So you're not pushing down, you're actually pushing away. So what I want you to do is just take an inhale, and you're going to push your legs away like they're pushing into a foot bar as you lift up, look down towards your feet. And then just lower it back down. So we'll just kind of keep it here. And then pressing in, and she's lifting out of her arms and reaching her legs away, and then all the way down. So I think that's really key if you think of the push of the legs, and then the push of those arms. And the lift up. Did you want to add the legs? Yeah. So she's going to add the legs, but here's the thing. When she kicks one leg, the other leg that's on the floor is still reaching for that imaginary foot bar, right? So she's going to lift the hips up, extending where she can. She's going to lengthen and lift and switch. So as she's going, she's continuing to reach into that imaginary foot bar for the leg. Then you could actually probably bring your arms further back. See how that feels. And then do the same thing, but you don't have to add the leg kicks. Let's just see I moved your arms back a bit. Better? A little more challenging too. A little shaky there. Okay, so that's that. And let's think about things that go with this and have a little cheat sheet, because I wanted to make sure I hit everything for her. Her name's Juliana. I want to hit everything for her. So if you think about that here, that's a lot of upper, and when we get into the long back stretch on the reformer, it's the same thing. So let's go ahead while we're here, because one exercise that can really help all of these that we're working on is our kneeling side kicks. So let's just have you kneel and face the camera this way. Good. So from here, she's going to take her hands behind her head, and we'll talk through why this is good. And then just find whichever side you want to. And the legs can extend. And you can just start moving, because I don't want you to die. But she's going to kick as far forward and as far back as she can. But what I want her to think about is the arm that's on the ground. I want her to think she's pushing up out of that arm. And the leg that's on the mat, she's pushing into that mat. And the hand behind her head, she's firing the head into that hand. So she's got a lot of stuff happening in that upper, and she's got a lot of stuff happening all through her side. And then bring it all the way back, and we'll go to the other side. Because another thing that's a struggle with the shoulders and the strength, you can start kicking, is that on one arm. You've got a lot of it. And so this is one good thing when we get into the balance control side, which was another struggle, because again, shoulders. This is excellent. And then bring it all the way back. Good. So, as we talked about with Juliana, and we're going to move in a minute, all of this is a struggle, but also she struggles with her balance control side and the side bend. And again, we're getting into so many people. Did you have it when you were going through teacher training? Did you have shoulders?
One was always more tight than the
One
other.
was tightness. So I think everyone has that mobility problem. I do too. So let's go ahead. We're going to take it over to our Cadillac. And we're going to do some work over there that will kind of key into all of these exercises. At attention. Okay. So one thing when we come to all the shoulder work, especially the side, but even everything we're going to do, it is important to really think about the whole connection of the back and the arm. Instead of just thinking here, we want the whole back here. So she's going to do her side arm kneeling with the roll bar, and I don't want it to be about how far we pull, but using that spring to really engage up with. So what she's going to do is she's going to press into both legs. She's wrapped tightly around that roll bar, and she's just going to pull the roll bar where she can continue to grow tall without anything changing. And let's go ahead, Val, and take your hand behind your head like you had in your side legs. Yeah. And then she's just pulling the bar to go where she can go. And I'm not really worried about, does her shoulder come up or down? I'm really watching the connection through the whole back of her body and her just learning where she is in space and to go where she can go. And let's turn you around, and then they'll get a nice back view because you wore the perfect shirt. She's like, yeah. Okay. So yeah, perfect shirt. And remember, we're in our like chest expansion position, so our hips are forward. She is just pulling where she can. She has a lovely ponytail. We'll just move it a little bit. Yeah. So we're just making sure that she's staying lengthened on both sides. And this whole connection through her whole back. And just do one more. Good. So this is all things that connect. If you think about that kneeling side kick, which goes into the balance control side, which goes into our what else did I forget? Anyway, all our side stuff. Side bend, that was it, side bend. That's one that's a struggle. Okay. I think it's really interesting because I don't think there's any person that doesn't have shoulder something. Everyone does. So we're going to move a little bit here. And I'll move the camera for us to our reverse push through. So this one is definitely going to go into our shoulder mobility. Yes? So I've got my hand here because I'm going to help just guide her, but although she knows where she can go. Are we in a good position? So sit tall, Val, first. So basically, I only want her to go back to where she goes for rowing on the reformer. So it's not like going so far back that she collapses all in here. I want this to stay stable. So she's going to roll back just to there. And then she's going to take her nose towards her knees. And I've got the bar. So what I want her to do is lift the bar from here. So she's back to her elephant by puffing up and only going where she can, and then bend your elbows and bring it back into that rolling back and keep reaching the legs, going where she can go. It's her range. And again, she's keeping this width as she lifts where she can. Nice, she went a little higher that time. And bend, get it? And then we'll do one more. So again, opening everything up. And giving her that same connection. Nice. And then bend. You've been working on this one. I've got the bar. That was beautiful. Yeah, so you don't want to see that collapse at the top because then you're just losing everything. But it's that same engagement you're going to need for the long back stretch, all of that work. So we're going to take this away. And another one, even though we didn't do it, because we're going to kind of stop here for this one, but another one for that is the backward arms on the Wonder chair where you're on the floor and you place your arms behind you. It's the same as this one here. So any of those are going to help. How did you feel that would help you with your, maybe your side bend and your balance control back?
I mean, all of it, again, is all the connection of all the whole back. It's not just the arms working or
just the
wrists
shoulder
or just
moving.
the shoulders. It's engaging your entire back, and even for your tendon stretch on the chair, on your reformer, it's a huge, huge part of that puzzle.
Because I think people think our arms end here, and they end way back to our back.
Yeah.
So that's all for today. I think we have 2 more. Well, we only have 1 more because we already filmed the other one. Anyway, so thanks for watching.
Bye.